The United States of America $1 2001 P-coin most commonly refers to the Sacagawea golden dollar struck at the Philadelphia Mint, P-Mint mark, and first issued in 2000 to replace the Susan B. Anthony dollar, with continued production in 2001 primarily for collectors and limited circulation. This coin is composed of a distinctive manganese brass-clad alloy, 88.5% copper, 6% zinc, 3.5% manganese, 2% nickel, which gives it a golden color, though it contains no actual gold. It weighs 8.1 grams, measures 26.5 millimeters in diameter, and has a smooth edge, making it slightly larger and heavier than a quarter dollar. The obverse was designed by sculptor Glenna Goodacker and features a dignified, forward-looking portrait of Sacagawea, the Lemhi Shoshone woman who played a crucial role as guide and interpreter for the Lewis and Clark expedition, 1804 to 1806. She is shown carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, symbolizing motherhood, Native American heritage, and the vital but often overlooked contributions of indigenous peoples to early American history. Around the portrait appear the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date, 2001, with the P-Mint mark indicating production at Philadelphia. The reverse, designed by Thomas D. Rogers Sr., displays a soaring bald eagle encircled by 17 stars, representing the states in the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition, along with the inscriptions United States of America, $1, and the national motto, E Pluribus Unum. In 2001, Sacagawea dollars were minted mainly for numismatic purposes because the coin did not circulate widely with the public, largely due to competition from the familiar $1 bill. As a result, many examples survive today in uncirculated, often mistakenly written as untitled, condition, especially those taken directly from mint rolls or collector sets. While the 2001 P Sacagawea dollar is generally not rare and usually carries a modest premium over face value in typical uncirculated grades, it holds lasting importance for its artistic quality, its respectful representation of Native American history, and its role in modern U.S. coinage reform. Higher-grade specimens with strong luster, minimal contact marks, and sharp details, particularly those graded MS 67 or above by professional grading services, can command higher collector interest. Overall, the 2001 P$1 coin stands as a meaningful modern U.S. issue that combines national mottos like In God We Trust, Liberty, and E Pluribus Unum with historical symbolism, cultural recognition, and an ongoing story of how Americans use and value their coinage. Next top. The United States of America $1 2009 coin is part of the modern U.S. dollar coin program and most commonly refers to the presidential $1 coin series, which was actively issued during that year, along with some Native American-themed Sacagawea reverses for collectors. By 2009, the U.S. Mint had made an important design change. The national mottos, In God We Trust, E Pluribus Unum, and the date, which previously appeared on the edge, were moved to the obverse, front, of the coin to make them more visible and to reduce edge lettering errors. The 2009 $1 coin is composed of a manganese brass-clad alloy, 88.5% copper, 6% zinc, 3.5% manganese, and 2% nickel, giving it a golden appearance without containing real gold. It weighs 8.1 grams, has a 26.5 millimeters diameter, and a smooth edge. In 2009, the Presidential Dollar Series honored 4 former U.S. presidents who had passed away at least 2 years earlier: William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, James K. Polk, and Zachary Taylor. Each obverse features a bold portrait of the honored president, their name, order of presidency, years in office, and the word liberty, while also displaying In God We Trust clearly on the front. The reverse of all presidential $1 coins is consistent and features a powerful image of the Statue of Liberty, symbolizing freedom, democracy, and the enduring ideals of the United States, surrounded by the inscriptions United States of America and $1, with E Pluribus Unum appearing prominently as well. In 2009, due to reduced public demand for dollar coins, the U.S. Mint significantly limited production for circulation, striking most coins specifically for collectors, which means many examples today survive in uncirculated, often written as untitled, condition with full mint luster and minimal wear. These coins were issued primarily in mint sets, rolls, and bags, rather than everyday commerce, making circulated examples less common. While a typical 2009 $1 coin does not carry high monetary value above face value unless in top mint state or with errors, it remains historically important because it reflects a turning point in modern U.S. coinage, both in design layout and in the government's response to declining coin usage. Collectors value high-grade specimens, especially those graded MS 67 or higher, as well as coins with sharp strikes, clean surfaces, and strong golden color. Overall, the 2009 United States $1 coin stands as a meaningful modern issue that combines national identity through liberty, faith through In God We Trust, unity through E Pluribus Unum, and presidential history, representing America's continued effort to honor its past while adapting its currency for the present era. Next top. The United States of America $1 1979 S coin is an important modern U.S. coin that represents a turning point in American coinage, especially in the history of the small-sized dollar, and it carries the familiar national inscriptions, In God We Trust, Liberty, and E Pluribus Unum, which reflect the country's political ideals, religious heritage, and unity. The 1979 S dollar belongs to the Susan B. Anthony dollar series, which was introduced in 1979 to replace the larger and heavier Eisenhower dollar and to encourage the public to use dollar coins in everyday transactions. This series is historically significant because it was the first U.S. circulating coin to feature a real woman, other than a symbolic figure like Liberty. Susan B. Anthony, a famous American social reformer and women's rights activist who played a key role in the fight for women's suffrage during the 19th century. The obverse front of the 1979 S dollar displays a portrait of Susan B. Anthony designed by Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. Her image faces right, and around her are the inscriptions Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the right of her portrait, and the year 1979 at the bottom, while just below the neckline of the portrait appears the S. Mint mark, indicating that this coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint. Unlike earlier decades when San Francisco produced large numbers of circulating coins, by 1979 the San Francisco Mint mainly produced proof and special collector coins, meaning that most 1979 S. Susan B. Anthony dollars were not intended for everyday circulation but were sold directly to collectors in proof sets. The reverse, back, of the coin continues a powerful American symbol originally used on the Apollo 11 mission insignia, also designed by Frank Gasparo, featuring a bald eagle landing on the moon with its wings spread, clutching an olive branch to symbolize peace. In the background, the Earth is visible, representing humanity's technological achievement and America's leadership in space exploration. Surrounding this image are the inscriptions, United States of America along the top, $1 along the bottom, and E Pluribus Unum to the left of the eagle, reinforcing the idea of unity among the states. The 1979 S dollar is composed of a copper-nickel clad structure, with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, giving it a silvery appearance similar to the quarter and half dollar. It has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters, a weight of 8.1 grams, and a reeded edge, which was intended to help differentiate it from other coins by touch. However, despite these design choices, the Susan B. Anthony dollar, especially the 1979 issue, faced major public acceptance problems because its size, color, and overall appearance were too similar to the quarter, causing confusion in daily use, which ultimately limited its circulation success. The 1979 S-proof dollar is especially known for its high-quality finish, featuring mirror-like fields and frosted raised details, making it visually striking compared to regular circulation strikes from Philadelphia and Denver. Collectors often pay close attention to the condition of these proof coins, as factors such as deep cameo contrast, lack of scratches, and original mint packaging significantly affect their desirability and value. Historically, the Susan B. Anthony Dollar series was short-lived, officially circulating only from 1979 to 1981, with a final special issue in 1999, making the 1979 dollar part of a brief but meaningful chapter in U.S. numismatic history. Although it did not achieve widespread everyday use, the coin remains important as a symbol of social progress, honoring a woman who dedicated her life to equality and civil rights, and as an example of the U.S. Mint's efforts to modernize coinage during the late 20th century. Today, the 1979 United States $1 coin is widely collected, especially in proof condition, valued not only for its metal content or monetary worth, but for its historical, cultural, and artistic significance, carrying forward the enduring American messages of liberty, faith, and unity expressed through the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and E Pluribus Unum. Next top. The United States of America $1 1999 P coin is a historically meaningful issue in modern U.S. numismatics, notable for reviving a dollar coin design that had been absent from regular production for nearly 2 decades, and it proudly carries the national mottos, In God We Trust, Liberty, and E Pluribus Unum, which symbolize the country's faith, freedom, and unity. The 1999 P dollar belongs to the Susan B. Anthony Dollar series, originally introduced in 1979, but its 1999 release was special because the U.S. Mint resumed production to meet an unexpected surge in demand for dollar coins caused by the rapid expansion of vending machines, transit systems, and automated payment technologies during the late 1990s. Since the newer Sacagawea dollar was not yet ready for release, the Mint temporarily brought back the Susan B. Anthony design, making the 1999 P issue the final circulation strike of this series. The obverse front of the coin features a right-facing portrait of Susan B. Anthony, designed by chief engraver Frank Gasparo, honoring the influential 19th-century women's rights leader who played a central role in the fight for women's suffrage and social reform in the United States. Around her portrait appear the inscriptions Liberty at the top, In God We Trust to the right, and the date 1999 at the bottom, while just above the date is the P Mint mark, signifying that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which in 1999 was responsible for producing coins intended for general circulation rather than collector-only proof issues. The reverse back of the 1999 P dollar retains the powerful Apollo 11 eagle and moon design, also created by Frank Gasparo, depicting a bald eagle descending toward the lunar surface with an olive branch in its talons, symbolizing peace, scientific achievement, and America's success in space exploration. The Earth is visible in the background, reminding viewers of humanity's global perspective. Encircling the reverse design are the inscriptions United States of America along the top, $1 at the bottom, and E Pluribus Unum to the left of the eagle, reinforcing the concept of many states united as one nation. The 1999 P Susan B. Anthony dollar is made of a copper-nickel clad composition, with outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, giving it a silvery color similar to quarters and half dollars. It has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters, a weight of 8.1 grams, and a reeded edge, all of which were originally intended to make it durable and easy to use in vending and transit systems. Although the Susan B. Anthony dollar had previously failed to gain widespread public acceptance due to its similarity in size and appearance to the quarter, the 1999 P issue played a crucial practical role by temporarily filling the need for dollar coins during a period of increased demand, even though many of these coins still ended up being stored or collected rather than heavily circulated. Numismatically, the 1999 P dollar is important because it represents the end of an era, closing the Susan B. Anthony series that began in 1979 and bridging the gap between that design and the introduction of the Sacagawea golden dollar in 2000, which featured a distinctive gold-colored alloy specifically chosen to avoid confusion with the quarter. Collectors value the 1999 P Susan B. Anthony dollar for its historical context, its relatively limited production compared to earlier circulation strikes, and its status as the last regular issue coin of its type. Condition is especially important, as coins preserved in uncirculated or mint-state condition are more desirable than those that show wear from use. Beyond its technical details, the 1999 United States $1 coin stands as a reminder of America's evolving approach to coinage, technological change at the turn of the millennium, and the enduring recognition of Susan B. Anthony's legacy, while continuing to express the nation's core values through the timeless inscriptions "Liberty, in God We Trust," and "E Pluribus Unum."